Well, hello once again, and a very warm welcome to Chapel in the Grove Garden. The Lord be with you. Many of you will know that this month is Pride Month, and in normal years when we don't have COVID restrictions, many of us will be out in towns and cities like Durham celebrating Pride in Pride festivals and celebrations and in Pride marches. But I wonder what it means for you to celebrate Pride. Maybe you've seen lots of rainbows in shop windows and on company products as people are trying to cash in on the so-called pink pound. Maybe you've seen new things like the Lego Everyone is Awesome Pride set and had a go at making that.
Here is the Lego Everyone is Awesome Pride set. And here's the version I tried to recreate at home using my daughter's Duplo.
Maybe you're still trying to get your head around all the letters involved. LGBT or LGBTI or Q or LGBTIQA2S+. What does all that mean? If you're still trying to get your head around all that, please do come and chat to me. I'm really happy to talk through all that language with you. Maybe you've seen things like the genderbread person that explains some of these differences and some of the diversity we see in humanity. Maybe you've seen some stuff in the news recently about pride flags and the development of pride flags and how people are trying to make them more and more inclusive with different colours and shapes and symbols. Maybe for you, you're just trying to get your head around the whole thing and you're not sure what it means. I've been looking at many photographs recently of myself and friends taking part in Pride celebrations here in Durham and in Newcastle over previous years, and looking at the joy and celebration of the wonderful diversity of humanity. Many Christians will be at Pride. You will often see them in t-shirts that say Christians at Pride, or wearing dog collars like myself, trying to be there to celebrate God's wonderful creation. Of course, gender identity and human sexuality is much debated within the church, but also in many other religions and in society as a whole. But for many Christians like me, it's really important for us to be part of Pride celebrations. It's part of our role as Christians to help people know that each and every person is loved by God and cherished as who they are. In the story of creation we find in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, it talks about how each and every person is made in the image of God. No matter what your gender identity, no matter what your sexual orientation, you are made in the wonderful image of God. In the book of Psalms in the Bible, this book of prayer and song, one of the psalmists in Psalm 139 talks about how each of us is fearfully and wonderfully made. Some of us want to celebrate Pride to say that each of us is wonderfully made by God, and celebrate that diversity in humanity and in creation. Of course, many people interpret the Bible in different ways, and there's lots of arguments about how we should interpret it today. But for many of us, there's nothing in the Bible that talks about the kind of loving, consensual relationships, same-sex relationships that we see today. The Bible hints at diversity in gender identity. In the story of creation again in Genesis, it talks about how God has made each of us male and female, not male or female as if there's some sort of artificial binary there, but male and female. And of course, many people today identify as non-binary or gender fluid or two-spirit as well. And of course, Many of us would argue that there are positive examples of same-sex relationships in the Bible as well. King David, that famous king of Israel, described again in the Bible as a man after God's very own heart, talks of his passionate love for his friend Jonathan and grieving when he dies, talks about how his love is greater than that of a woman. For me and for many Christians, Pride is an opportunity to celebrate the diversity of the human race, to say that each and every one of us is made in the image of God. Each and every one of us is loved by God. And as Christians, we want to be here to support and encourage everybody, wherever they are, in their understanding of themselves, in their understanding of their gender identity and expression, in the understanding of human sexuality. If you've got any questions about this and you want to talk about Pride and how we can support Pride within the school, please do come and talk to me. God bless and have a good day.